Hey Mo, we need to get an intro down for this channel, you know.
Yeah, but what are you thinking, Lee?
Why don't I rap over the top of it?
Don't be ridiculous. You sound like a northern M&M.
Look, listen to me. Yo, yo, yo. The Munch Brunch in the house, man.
Absolutely not.
Right, what you got in mind?
Let's just keep it simple.
I'm Lee.
I'm Aim.
We're the Munch.
Hi everyone and welcome back to another mukbang with Aim and Lee. We are the Munch Brunch UK. Lee, tell them what we have on the menu today.
Hey Mo, we have a chicken tikka masala curry on the right, on my side. And you have a chicken rogan josh.
Yeah, but I've had mine with savoury rice.
And mine is with boiling the bag basmati rice because I'm a simple person like that.
I've got a wrap as well.
Yeah,
And I don't mean the singing side.
I don't know, I reckon you could do a pretty good wrap.
Oh, I can. You all heard me do a bit of Dr. Dre.
No, we should do a Indian curry wrap, but not today because we haven't thought about it. But one day we could do. Call it the curry wrap. I bet there is one, you know. I bet like some Indian singer's done a great rap about curries.
That is lovely.
We've also got some poppadoms stuck on over here.
My wooden fork.
I've got a couple there. I've got a couple here.
Hello.
How are we?
Minnie Mouse.
That's the one. How are we all? Who's your favourite cartoon character from when you was a kid?
What, like Disney?
Yeah, because they didn't really have Pixar when we were kids. It was just Disney, weren't it?
I'm going to have to just tell Lee something. You've been on a bit of chocolate, Lee.
Huh?
You've been eating a bit of chocolate, have we, before the
What?
video? A bit of a sneaky bit of chocolate.
What about you?
It's all on his top lip, isn't it, guys?
I've not.
There he
Oh,
is. Yeah, it's all here.
I had a chocolate digestive before. Not recently, like hours ago. I don't eat before my dinner. Can you say it's obvious?
Not to them.
Thank God for that. Yeah, I had a cup of coffee and some biscuits. Because even though I'm getting older, which we'll talk about in a bit, I haven't given up my love of biscuits. Like some people, they look down on you, they're like, oh my God, you're in your 30s and you eat chocolate. You're in your 30s and you like biscuits. Yes, I do. And I'll never change.
Actually, I don't know whether I prefer a digestive on its own or chocolate digestive.
You was always like the chocolate digestive.
The reason being, you bought some recently and I didn't like them. They had a funny taste to them.
Which?
The chocolate digestive that you bought recently.
That's because they're from Lidl.
I don't like McVitie's either.
Oh, I cannot stand McVitie's chocolate digestives. When I was a kid, though, a few years ago, Sainsbury's did some really good chocolate digestives, like their own brand ones. Oh, to die for.
So today, guys, it's the first day we're back on it properly. We did a couple of videos yesterday.
We did one.
We did do it. I don't know why I thought we did two. I think it's because
we
you
was
were
meant to
do
do
two.
this one yesterday, and we didn't because we were a bit busy.
So needing there, getting there, tears needed better. Also, I've dyed my hair today. I'm back to blonde.
Oh,
it was
the drama.
It was brown. Yes, the roots are a little different colour, but it's a box dye where I usually pay about 120 quid, don't I, on the hairdressers. Well, anyway, I thought that's enough for that.
She rang me up earlier on and she's like, Lee, it's gone wrong. What's gone wrong? I was asking something really bad had happened. My hair's gone ginger at the roots and all this stuff. I was like, it won't have done, Aim. She said, no, it has. It really has gone ginger. I need you to come and look at it. So I got upstairs thinking like Chris Evans, sort of ginger. Or like Jerry Halliwell back in the day. So like, not even that, but like proper ginger. Not in the slightest. No Rupert Grint out of Harry Potter. No.
So, no, the roots aren't the same colour as the rest, but it's okay. I can cope with it, to be honest.
Have you ever had a hair disaster, guys?
Yeah, well, you know I have.
Yeah, we've had a few between the two of us. I had one when I was younger. I was younger, yeah. And I went round the neighbours. It was all the rage at the time. Our next door neighbour started trimming hairs. And I hate going to the hairdressers. So he was doing hair from home. Just his own son's hair and stuff. Paul, you've met. Yeah. My old neighbour when I was a kid. And I said, oh, Paul, I like it.
Did you shout like that?
I probably did. There was a father and son, both called Paul. So little Paul and big Paul. You're now going to eat that.
It's my hair. I just thought it looked a bit like a beret, you know. Ooh,
it looks like on a summer hat.
Getaway, do you not like that? You know, they have them flat. I wouldn't try it with the mixing, with the actual curry.
So,
there we go.
I said, oh, I like his hair. Can you do mine? He said, you need to ask your mum and dad. I was like, okay, will do. So I went back home. I didn't ask him because
Hey, that's naughty.
I didn't want to say no, and I hate going to the hairdressers. The whole idea on hair down your back is nasty to me.
You're still going to get the same problem, man.
I was literally walking round from one garden to the next. I was back home. So I said, I've asked them, Paul. He said, okay, Lee, sit down. What do you want doing? I said, whatever. He only knew one haircut. That was all off. Like a skinhead. He wasn't an hairdresser. He just had a pair of bloody trimmers. It's like calling me a bloody postman because I got a letter in my bag. He just trimmed the whole lot off. Went home. All right, Mum. I was like 7 or 8, maybe 9.
Really? I thought you were saying, I thought you was going to say like 13 or something.
No. What the hell have you done? I was like, it wasn't me, it was Paul, the next door neighbour. Well, that's nice. And yeah, that was the last time I ever got it done off the neighbour.
Do you want that bit, Lee? Because I'm not going to eat it.
Yeah, just give me a bit of your wrap on. Don't worry about it. So,
No, you need a bit of sauce with this, really.
have you ever had any hair disasters other than the ones I know about?
No, but I will tell you what happened. I want to say about 5 years ago. It's alright. We've got a hedge here, and all the birds are back. We've got little birds that live in our hedge, and we're all out playing. So I had jet black hair, and I mean jet black, and I decided, because I have no patience, not whatsoever, do I? When
You
I
never
was
do
like,
anything.
right, if there's something broke, I want to fix it straight away. Anyway, I was like, right, I want to go from black to blonde in a day. So I stripped my hair, I bleached my hair again, I towel my hair. I'm still not happy with my hair, I want to bleach it again. And my hair went through, my hair's getting really quite long now. And when I say my hair was at the bottom of my back, it snapped to like there, like all different stages of the shortest was there. So yeah, and I was broken hearted, spending money on extensions or
Crying, over hair. I've never cried on my hair. I've been annoyed and disappointed. The one time I think it was dyeing my hair or something. I wanted to go lighter. And she said, you got to bleach it first. So I bleached it. And I left it on too long, or not long enough, whichever. And I looked in the mirror. It was like Eminem. It was terrible. I had to put a hat on the next day and go to the town, pick up a better hair dye or a different one. And I didn't
no,
take
but
it
then
out
you
the
told
whole
me
day.
after the bleaching.
It was a disaster. And that feeling you get when your hair's like rock hard or like whatever the hell it is. Nasty.
This is bloody lovely.
Them wraps are good, like wholemeal wraps. They're tasty.
I don't like bread that much, but I have made a conscious decision to go from a thick slice slab to a medium, and I'm enjoying it, aren't I? The bread. I do like wraps.
You can't beat a nice wrap. And bread. I love bread. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, look what I've got, guys. Come through the post. It's the TikTok bottle.
Honestly,
Tell me.
guys.
Give you a bit of a close-up.
You're going to have to do some like weight training to get that moving. You're going to do some weight training to use that because that thing looks heavy as hell.
Try it for yourself.
Aim drinks this through the nut. Bloody hell, Aim.
And look,
And from a lying down position as well.
So you got a little bit. Woo!
I guess it's good that it's that big. It can sit on the floor whilst you're lying in bed. And you just sort of put your head down the side of the bed and get that way.
The straw's a bit awkward, I'm not going to lie.
Oh well. You get what you pay for, Aim. It costs like
99p.
You can't go wrong for that price.
Absolutely. Put ice in it as well. That's what I love about certain bottles. You can put ice in. So that was one of my hair disasters. Another hair disaster, I'd say. I've dyed it some funny colours over the year. Not the year, over the years. Never do that again.
Forgetting hair disasters.
I think you've more had funny hairstyles, haven't you?
Yeah, ones you've done.
No,
You
ones
said
that
they're fashionable, and then I've looked back years later. Have you ever looked at pictures from when you was younger, you lot? And we do it quite often. Like we'll go through old pictures on our phones, in photo albums, whatever. Because we come from a time, like as in me and Aim do, from the 80s. It was a time before mobile phones. All you want to know the 80s, you just know the music. You don't know what it was like to be born back then. That's why we're hardcore, because we're children of the 80s. And we look back at pictures like, I don't think that haircut suited me as well as I thought. Or my dress sense.
I don't know about us. Lee's mum had glasses bigger than her head.
Like Deirdre Barlow on Smack. They were huge. Like so big.
My mum used to love perms.
I think we've got the right time to be born now. I was thinking this yesterday. Any earlier, and you'd miss out on like games consoles as a kid because it was just coming out when we were kids.
Well, you'd have the Atari, wouldn't you?
Yeah, well, come on, really. These things like Spectrums, they were called. It's like a keyboard, a little cassette thing in the corner. You put the cassette in. You could wait 4 or 5 hours just for the game to load, and then it could crash within 2 minutes of starting the bloody thing. It was a nightmare. And kids whinge these, I want the latest PlayStation. Try having one of them bloody things. No go, thank you.
You could really play tennis on it.
Oh, Super Ted. I always played Super Ted on mine. But I'm just saying, I think that being born in the 80s was a good decade to be born because we still got to be creative.
Yeah.
Kids these days don't do sod all without having an electronic device in their hands. And parents are lazy, and I can say
You don't know nothing about picking PVA glue off your hand in primary.
no. Or mixing powder paints. I had powder paints at home and I'd have to mix them before I could do any painting. It was great fun, but pain in the arse because they always look watered down. But you was just creative. You'd sit there, your little figures, and you'd like play Action Man or whatever you used to play, and wrestling. I used to play wrestling a lot. Set up gangs and all this sort of weird shit.
Oh, I loved it, but
Micro Machine cars.
I used to set up
Badass.
schools. So obviously we was only children, and you had to kind of make your own. Sorry guys, I'm using the salt today because I like a lot of salt on tomatoes. I was an only child. I had friends obviously, but I used to get all my teddies and make a classroom in my back garden. Fantastic. I loved doing that. I used to play with Barbie dolls. I loved all them times when I could just create things. And you don't have to do that in this day and age. You can literally get this, which is what I call, of this other lady that I watch, this is your brain now. These things are your brain. You don't have to think for yourself. And it's true. She made a point the other day on one of her videos. She was like, if somebody wants to know what time the post office is open, you don't go there like you used to with a little pen and paper, do you? And look on the advertisement between. Not exactly. You used to get it on a little bit of paper, put it on a magnet on your fridge, or do you remember what was anything called? You had a pin and there was a board on your wall. Your mum would have had one. A drawing board, notice board. Who has a notice board? Really have calendars, but you used to have these things like a cork board. You put your paper on it and put a pin in it to remind you of appointments. But now, everything's so digital. You've got a digital calendar and Google will remind you.
Yeah, we was on about anyway, getting out, being born in the 80s. You know, like these days, I'll let him carry on a second, but when we were born, or when I was a kid, I could literally just go off for the day. And my mum I didn't need a phone. There was a pay phone, but you need like 10p to use it, so I couldn't ever be asked for that. You never used a payphone? I did as a kid. He said, Mum, I'm going out with my mates. Not when I was like 7 or 8 or whatever. But when I was about 8, 9, I could go to the park or the field and play football with another group of kids my own age or a bit older. But from like 9, 10, that was it. Mum, I'm off out on my bike. I'll see you like later on this afternoon sometime. And she didn't care. But you could do it because there wasn't so many dangers back then. No, maybe there was just an Ibrahim. These days...
Here wasn't the same. It was still a little different for me.
I don't know. These days, you're always worried about your kids.
No, like round here, where I was born, you'll not guys know if you're from like the Midlands area. You know, I'm from Wolves. It was safer, but it still wasn't sort of that safe to just think, oh well, see ya. But where Lee's from, it is relatively safe as a place, isn't it?
It's as safe as you want it to be. If you're a bit street smart, a bit street savvy, as I was, you knew what to do. Like, oh, there's a strange man wearing a long coat, hiding in the bush. He's got his hand down his pants. He can't be good. I'll go the other way. No, yeah. It didn't happen to me.
No, it happened to me and my friend.
Well, then you go the other way.
In the park.
Don't approach him.
In the park where you saw the fox the other day.
Oh, aye. Dirty old man.
Oh, God.
Maybe he was just looking for something. He'd lost it in his pants. I don't know.
I dropped a spoonful of curry on the floor. Oh, no.
I had an accident this morning. So Aim woke me up very early. It was like 8:30 in the morning. That's early for a Saturday for me. I thought, if Aim's waking me up, it must be about 10:30, 11. She's like, Lee, you getting up yet? So I'm like, was like, oh, bloody hell, it must be like 11 o'clock. I've got an hangover, that's not good. What's the time? 8:30. That's a bit crap, innit? 8:30. I'm
Not
wide
only
awake.
that, though, we didn't really have a hangover because we didn't go live. We just sat in, didn't we? Watched a bit of TV.
When I go live, I can do 10, 11 cans of beer and wake up the next day feeling shit. Last night I did 6 cans of beer and woke up still feeling shit. What the hell is that all about? Where's the justice in feeling rough when I didn't even have a lot of beer? I woke up thinking, oh my God, I had a night on the town. 6 cans of beer.
Lee looked at me and I didn't finish all my wine. He was like, what is wrong with you? I said, I'm going to bed. But Lee still can't manage to come up at 4:30 in the morning, was he?
I still fell asleep down here.
I was saying that before we had to cut the video about like the notice boards. My mum used to put all like the appointments on there, all like the things that you'd have now, like your digital calendar. We'd have everything there, school trips, dinner money.
There's no food on that.
Sorry, remember to pay. Oh, I've chipped myself in the face. Remember to pay these. Now everything is so digital, and it comes back to the original point. You could just go off and play. Like being outdoors as a child was so important. Literally everything now is on your phone or on your laptop or whatever.
The amount of parents you see who say, come on, little Timmy. If you behave, this wasn't what my life was like as a kid. If you behave, you can stay up in your bed for an extra half an hour and watch YouTube or...
Well, it'd be a film.
Whatever. Yeah, but a lot of kids watch a lot of YouTube channels these days. You know, some of the really famous family ones, anyway.
What was ours when we was kids? You can stay up and...
My mum, if you behave, I'll let you stay up and you can watch Heartbeat on a Sunday night at 8 o'clock. Didn't really have the same ring to it, did it? Heartbeat, Mum. What the hell?
London's burning.
I'm going to say London's burning. Or Taggart.
These are all like British dramas.
Yeah, you won't know these if you were born after the 80s.
Or if you do, then, you know, they're like reruns. And it was so dramatic, the music, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It'd scare you. What was that one with Robbie Coltrane?
Oh, Cracker.
Cracker. God, that scared me today.
That was badass, that was. I loved that. He was Hagrid, obviously, in Harry Potter. Well, this morning, anyways, I was there. Anne woke us up. I come down. I was like, right, I need a coffee. That'll sober me up. And I was stood, and our kettle's a bit knackered at me. I need to buy an ordinary one. And the switch was a bit playing up. So I was holding it down whilst needing a pee. I'd not had a chance to go for a pee. And this is what happens when you get older. It's what you've all got to look forward to. I'm mid-30s. And when I was in my mid-20s, I could go at least 5 minutes whilst needing a pee. These days, I couldn't go 5 seconds.
You have to make a dash, don't you?
That was too late. My bladder has a mind of its own. The older you get, the weaker everything gets. So my arms are weaker. I can't lift things up these days like I used to. My back plays up every once in a while. So I have a padding on my mattress, like a blanket underneath my side of the bed, just to pad it out a bit. And my bladder is just gone. So it's there like, oh my God, if I let go of this switch on the kettle, it's going to flick up. So I'm going to restart. But at the same time, like, right, do you hold the switch down on the kettle?
I'd go for a bloody wee.
Or do you pee yourself a bit? Or do you run for a pee, knowing full well if you run, it's probably going to come down your leg anyway.
Oh, come on now.
And restart the kettle. So I chose the coffee because I'm dedicated to coffee. That is my chosen path in life, is coffee and caffeine. And a little bit of pee come out. I was like, oh no. Sign how old I'm getting. Nobody warned you about this when you were a kid.
I don't agree that was your bladder, Lee. I reckon that was, again, a stupid choice.
Eh?
Well...
Because it's my bladder?
No, if you know you're desperate for the loo, you don't bloody stand around waiting for the kettle. You go to the toilet.
It's because it involved water. My brain was thinking water, kettle.
And me.
Will you stop banging that off the table?
Sorry.
Will you? I was trying to train myself. Like, don't think about it. Don't think toilet. And you won't need to do it. But I was thinking, I wish this kettle would hurry up and boil and the water would hurry up. And the water, obviously, in your brain, sends triggers. It was too bloody light. But they don't tell you that when you're a kid. They'll say, don't worry about it, Lee. When you get older, you should enjoy them peas whilst you're young. Because when you get older, you will have no say in what happens to your body. My granddad, he's in his 80s. He's got no control at all. Everything's just gone.
I bet you this is so enjoyable, listening to Lee's bladder issues whilst you possibly might be eating your dinner.
We've talked about all sorts on here in the past. No, it's off the record on here. And nor should it be. Do you have bladder problems?
This is an incontinence situation here.
Incontinence with Leonine.
No, just Lee. Thank you very much. It's so warm. Considering last week there was a touch of snow about, it is so bloody warm. Time to get the fan out the loft.
Lovely weather. You got. For some reason, I thought the fan was right there.
Yeah, you put it in the loft last winter.
It's lovely weather at the minute, guys, and we're going to make the most of it.
Are we?
Probably not.
We're
Well,
not.
you need to, because we always get this heat wave in April. We've had it for the last few years. Come the summer, when you all want a heat wave, it'll be raining every day.
So, we were meant to be having plans, obviously. We were meant to be having Claire here. COVID struck, can't do nothing. Next thing you know, 20 degrees outside. 20 degrees.
Oh well.
I wish you had savoury rice, it's so nice.
No, basmati rice is so nice. It's my go-to rice. I'll just put too much sauce on my bloody plate, that's all. I like rice just plain on its own. And then the choice of curry. Instead I've just got curry and no choice of rice on its own.
You did this last time.
I know. It's because I end up... Because I'm in that like Rogan Josh and I have a tikka. So it's literally one jar of sauce for one plate.
Why don't you halve it?
Well, I have. I've left half in the frying pan out there, but it's still a lot of sauce.
Also, I think them tikka masalas are quite sweet as well. It can get a bit overbearing. I love Rogan Josh because it's the same sort of curry, like, you know, it's nice and savoury, which is like what I like.
Well, we had a Indian curry the other day from the takeaway, and this just can't match it. That was so good. It was the best takeaway I've had in years.
I, however, could not say the same. It was red hot.
Hey, Mel. Sorry, go on.
I asked these pair, Lee and Tia. Oh, it says medium. Medium to hot.
Hold on. Is it on my CV that I've ever worked in an Indian restaurant? I've never said I have.
Went, yeah, that should be alright, won't be too hot.
You are the expert in takeaway, I'm in terms of like curries and stuff. My curry experiences didn't start until I was like 23, 24. So then no point asking me about heat and
Ribbon boiling.
whether or not something would be good for you. Not my problem.
I handled it though.
Yeah, whilst shaking it and I'm to have a lie down afterwards.
My ears went funny. My nose was running.
It's a good job we didn't do a mukbang out of it.
I'm full.
Do you not believe, I'm going to ask Andy the same question, that money makes you happy? Now, before I shout up, yes it does. Let's
You
have
don't
a
know
little
my
discussion.
opinion.
I know you'd love to have like lots and lots and lots and lots of money, I'm talking millions, not a few £100 down the back of the sofa. No, like millions and millions. You're looking down the back of the sofa. Do you believe it makes you happy, guys? And would it make you happy if you came into like winning the lottery, 20 odd million or more? Now think quite carefully here, because one day you might find yourself in that position. And if you do, and you find out that the answer is different to what you get now, get in touch and let us know.
Look, I'm going to be real. Please don't be offended by this, but it does my head in when people go, oh, it won't change me. Or they go, no, that's it. Obviously, we all know health and love and all that come first.
Right.
But it doesn't absolutely matter how much money you've got. You know, the people, everybody needs to have health and love. Of course, we all know that. But it wouldn't hurt, would it, to have a couple of million just down there in the old skyrocket? Because I'm answering you. Excuse me. It does help, doesn't it? We've all had money issues. I don't care who we are. We've all had, oh God, I wish I could afford that. Or somebody's struggling. I wish I could help. Or my child needs some new school shoes. Whatever it might be. I mean, I had two at 17, and the trials and tribulations I went through to, you know, be able to afford things at certain times in my life. Luckily, you know, everything's all right. But with everything going up at the moment, everybody wishes could be a bit more financially stable. But if we're talking like Would I like to go out? Do you fancy going and buying a yacht?
Hmm.
I mean, I would have
Not
at second-hand caravans
I
yesterday.
hate sharks.
But this is like a yacht. Yeah, I ain't going to say I wouldn't like to win the bloody year-round millions. Yes, I would. And it would make me...
It would change you.
Yeah, I'd be bloody happy every day. That's
No,
what
we say that though, but look
you
at...
would get bored. However.
Right, okay. So what got me thinking about this was the Will Smith situation. Not the slap and whatnot. How unhappy that bloke seems to be, because before he slapped Chris Rock, there's all this stuff in the press, and I don't really read celebrity crap, I can't be honest with you, but I've heard about a lot of it since then, about the way they brought in this August into the house. And
yeah, but that's nothing to do with money. You could have an affair and have an open relationship if he was jailblocked.
She isn't happy, and he's really miserable. And he built this huge house, and then he did one of these like red table bollocks, whatever it was, and said, I built you this whole house and the whole garden and a pool and all this stuff. I did it all for you. 'Cause she didn't have the money, did she? Let's be honest, right? Who knew who Jada Pinkett Smith was before Will Smith? So he...
Well, when she was with Tupac was a pretty big deal.
Yeah, I know, but then he got him in a film or something, didn't he? Will Smith. I think he had her in Fresh Prince of Bel-Air at one point. So like that, anyway. So he did all this for her, spent all that money, and yet look how unhappy he looks.
Yeah, money doesn't cure your...
Johnny
trials.
Depp.
Money doesn't cure your, like, life battles. That'll never be. I don't think you can compare that. And the question is a different category to what you're asking. Will money make you happy? It won't ever stop your life battles, your relationship problems, your health. Of course not. Them are the sort of things that are going to happen whether you're a billionaire, millionaire, or just have thousands or hundreds in the bank. It's going to be the same on every spectrum. But would it make me happy? Yeah, I can go where I want. I could go shopping. I could do all the stupid, superficial nonsense. I could help any charity I wanted to do. I could do my big dream. Forget all the shopping and all. Oh yeah, let's go to the spa. I would do my dream. My big dream would be to own an animal sanctuary. Not just for dogs, but dogs would be my main thing. But to help all animals, and I would love that. That would be so yeah, I can honestly say that would make me happy, because I'd do more for fulfilling society as well as the superficials. I'm not going to sit and lie and go, no, I'd do this. I would go on shopping, I'd have this, that and the other. I would, wouldn't you? You'd go and buy some.
Of course it'd make you happy, but at the same time, if I could have a couple of grand spare now, which I don't, but if I did, I wouldn't know what to do. I wouldn't know what to buy, because I have no interest.
And there's a reason we don't have a couple of grand spare. You've spent it.
I had spent it, you cheeky shit. No, what the frick was I on about? Was it bloody dark? I don't know. I was on about something.
Money. Make you happy?
Yeah, the money side of things. So I think it's really shady. You got like that Bozza, that Rishi Sunak, is it? I don't watch the news, but I seen it last night. But him and his billionaire missus, and now they've got a £10 million penthouse in LA or somewhere. All this balls. These people are running our country. And he's like the chancellor, is he? So he sorts out the budget. And we was watching Gogglebox when this come on.
You actually made a good point then. Somebody said it on there, didn't they?
Yeah, literally, it's the bloke on Gogglebox. I think it's the... Oh, what's it called? The family from Manchester. I'm sure he said it. He said...
One with all the Rottweilers.
Yeah.
Malones.
The Malones. I'm sure it was him who said it. But turned around and said, how can he sort out the budgets for people when he's never lived the life of people who are on a budget in his life? You know, what kind of... how should we spend our $2 million budget this month?
No, it wasn't then. It was the lads, Tremaine, Tristan and...
Oh, right, yeah.
The other guy. The
brothers.
3 brothers.
And it's true. How can somebody like that be running this country and dictating to what people have to spend and how much like a pack of toilet roll will be for the next 12 months, how much gas and electricity, all these different things they make up and decide, and they leave the everyday people, which the 99% of the bloody country are everyday people, whether you work 3 or 4 jobs to cover your rent or you're just comfortable but not rich, you're still the other people, the normals, like we are, like you are, like everyone else is. And then he's there like, yes, I've got a £10 billion yacht just waiting for me down in Margate. I might take it out. I might go out on it on the weekend time. I don't know yet.
There are people who blatantly say, no, I wouldn't do charities, this and that and the other. I would, but I'd rather definitely do what I said with the animal sanctuary. That is something that both me and Lee would do. That'd be like my ultimate dream to do that. Not even like luxury holidays and everything. Yeah, that'd be nice, but definitely to help animals, which is the prime joy. Some of you guys have asked some of people on the street. Within now we've got Tia and Tia's stepdad, might as well be dad. Do you want more children? Why haven't you got more children? Plain and simple, because we don't want to, do we?
No. Mine would be, why is it all to do with you? Not you, but whoever asks us. What's it to do with anyone else?
Which I'll talk to you about something in a minute. But mainly, we're too into our animals. And that's the truth. So that's what our passion would be. Not like 3 or 4, 6, 7 kids, whatever.
Oh, no.
That's exactly what...
Christ.
No, but I'm just saying, that's where our passion would be, wouldn't it?
I try nowadays. So there's a few homeless people in the area who I see on a daily basis when I'm walking to certain shops and whatnot. And in the past, it sounds horrible, but I'd just sort of carry on walking, like a lot of people do. Now, if I've got a multi-pack of crisps, multi-pack of chocolate bars, or a few cans of pop, whatever it might be, in my bag.
You got some sandwiches and stuff, haven't you?
Yeah, I'll give her the one block sandwich and some can of pop, etc. And some of the dogs, I always want to give the dogs some biscuits or chews.
I'm terrible for that.
But it's just, I don't think it's fair, guys. And I used to be the one, like I said, to ignore it and not do it. But I can't afford to give every single one money. But if I've got a little bit of something spare, I'll help out if I can. I was going to, last year, I said, if he's there, one of the days, I'm going to take him down a blanket and a hat and gloves. So I've got a load spare upstairs. He can have them because it's bloody freezing cold. In what world do we live in when, like again, there's rich people in the world who are born into money and whatnot, give them money or whatever it might be, and yet there's people living on the streets? Honestly, I could not cope. I mean, the ones who live on the streets like 10, 20, 30 years of their life or whatever. I'd be done. After about a year, if I thought it's in no way out, I couldn't do that. So fair play to the ones who can.
Like, I would love... That's the thing, isn't it? Like, you got all these... This is the one that does my head in. You know when celebrities are all appealing? Oh, yeah, can you just... Because I don't know, David Beckham or whoever, can I please ask you to donate this and this? One bloody week of their salary would pay for a hell of a lot of houses, or little shacks or whatever they want to build. I don't know.
Yeah, it's pretty ridiculous. But I said this a while ago on one of the cooking on gas rambles or whatever I did on this channel. It's like there's bloody hell, I was watching something on YouTube. She watches this girl, I think, who's got cancer. And she's really not well and whatnot. And Naim told me, oh, you'll never guess what she did, like as part of her bucket list or whatever. They went to like this safari place in the UK, and you can stay there. And there's like animals wandering around past your window. That's amazing. Anyone who gets ill, if they haven't got the financial means to live out their dreams, the government should help them. If I'm paying fucking 30 quid every day on electric or whatever the hell it is, yeah, but you shouldn't need a trust name. You come into this world, especially if you're in the UK, you pay your taxes, your national insurances, you know, the council taxes, TV licences, gas, electric, water, all the parking bloody ticket fines, paying to park in a bloody car park, you're paying for the bloody bin men, you pay for everything in this country. £7 on a pack of toilet roll, last month it's £4, etc, etc. When you're going, if it's not a sudden thing, if it's an illness, and you know, they say you've got a year to live or whatever, the government should give you enough money for you and your family, you and your partner, whoever, or just you if you're on your own, to enjoy the end of your life. Because you've earned it. And I think it's bang out of order. You got to, like I said, you got to apply for like, what the hell would they call it? A grant or something or other.
Well, there are like charities out there, but again, it's in the word, and it's charity.
They should just be given these things.
I just think there's so many people out there with so much money that when you are right, money does change people, and sometimes it can make you selfish. But I would love just the opportunity to do something like really good. Like if I would love that kind of money. I'd love to be able to help animals, or you know, like I'd love within my animal sanctuary to set up like a blind dog a guide dog school and things like that. Really, really do some. I've got some great ideas. Any investors?
But like, so one footballer, just for example, or the good football these days, earn about 200 grand a week. If they give one footballer who's on that, each of them give up 1 week's wage a year, just 1 week, at 200 grand a week, then you will split that up. Let's say someone who's ill gets 20 grand for the last year or so of their life to enjoy themselves, holidays, whatever they can do. That 200 grand for one footballer would pay for 10 people to live out their dreams for the last 18 months of their life. Or for care, or for whatever it might be, rather than the family struggling to pay for it. And what I mean, God forbid, if I ain't got seriously ill now, or I did, you got to still keep working, you got to keep paying the bills, and you might not have the money just sat there. I want to take you to, let's say, America, short to go there, or to Jamaica, wherever it might be, a Caribbean holiday. We couldn't just drop everything and go, because financially that is a lot of bloody money. But there are some people who could give their money up, and then it could be given to people who need it like that. I'll just leave it there. My mini rant over.
Because you know what? It's not going to make a blind bit of difference, unfortunately.
Not unless Rishi Sunak, the bollock, is watching. If you are Rishi, want to stay in your penthouse?
No, I just think it'd be so nice, wouldn't it? God, I'm really warm. I think it's obviously still coming down from bloody... That's one thing I was going to ask you. No, I was just saying to Lee before the microphone went off. I keep on having, since this version of COVID, hot and cold flushes all the time.
You don't know that's like 20 degrees, eh?
No, like, sometimes I could freeze it.
Right.
Still, it's doing my head in. But I would love as well to, you know, like, you can do things to, like, plant trees.
Yeah, a lot of people do that, yeah.
You know, like, not create a bloody forest, but I mean, like, you can invest money in, like, a tree scheme where you, I'd love to do something like that.
Fair
I really have changed. I was very superficial. When I was younger, like, oh yeah, all I'm bothered about is going to the shops and going on holiday. Now, I love nature, and especially this last year, since COVID has come about, but this past year, I've really, really loved the idea of plants and doing stuff with trees and stuff like that. And I think I'm gonna get into hanging baskets this year. I would love to see some pictures of your hanging baskets if you send them in on Instagram. Give me a bit of inspiration, because ours are dead out the back.
Oh God, this is going down like a lead balloon.
It ain't. I love hanging baskets.
Right, we're off skis anyway.
Wait a minute. You.
We've got to go and clean up, home.
I have been cleaning up, mate.
We've got to clean up and get some beers in.
I'll tell you what, this is really nice.
Yeah, mine was just too saucy. If I'm being honest with you, too much sauce on the curry.
I made my mum's, Tears and Dad's. Onions, peppers, garlic, loads of garlic, a few bits of spices that Lee gave me. Was it a pot on top of the... I don't know. Pot on top of the jar. Bam. He did this last time. Put too much sauce in, didn't you? You with mouth things, even like if he has like a pasta dish.
Yeah, I like bolognese sauce.
He always only has a little bit of the sauce, a majority of the pasta. Now I'm the opposite. I like it really like sauce infused. You
do. We've got to go on, unfortunately. Sorry, guys.
I see you as like our friends. I don't want to go.
I know, but we do because it's like 25 to 7.
You've got to go. See ya.
Right. See you later, everyone.
See you later, everybody. Bye.